Oh, it's not seeing it. Okay. Yeah.
Because we're live.
We're almost live.
So
Everything is just not working.
And is the link on the invitation for people that couldn't come? Well, no, it
Yes.
switched over, Gary, the live,
Yeah, but
the guests. Because Heather was talking to me about the hardware shops. All one word. WorkshopForge, all one word.
no. You don't. Yeah, well, yeah.
Just to double check that it's left.
Okay, well, there's nothing I can do to fix that right now. Okay, so sad. Okay. So today is about, if you want to light up the cameras, we might as well, anybody that is actually watching, let's get them going. There we go. All right, so this is the laptop cam. If you press the other pedal, we'll get the whiteboard cam.
Yeah.
Right, and yes, but you've also got these as well. So whichever works. And don't pull too hard because you're gonna pull stuff out, which is why I said sit over here.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Do we have an ETA on Lynn?
No, I just.
Contingent? Okay.
So whiteboard
Okay.
goes to that thing.
So you listening, that's really gonna mess up our audio.
Then I'll turn this off?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Will do.
So go ahead.
Go ahead with.
You had a question.
No, I just wanted to know. So do you want to tilt this up a bit because it's cutting out half your forehead?
Okay. Can't
There
have
we
that.
go.
Are we happy now?
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Cool. All right. So we were hoping to have somebody introduce me, so I guess I'm going to introduce myself, given that this is a live stream and a public one at that. So I'm Gary Hewitt. I run WorkshopForge, and the goal behind WorkshopForge is to help people build workshops. In fact, we've got a couple people in the room that have built workshops through here. So do you two want to introduce yourselves?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Step on up.
okay, hello. So I'm Mireille Lavallée. I'm a registered massage therapist here in Ottawa, and being part of the WorkshopForge for, well, it's about 2 years now, and so it's been a pleasure to create workshops with this group to learn how to speak better in public, have a stronger presence when you're standing up front, and to be able to share my knowledge. So I am sharing knowledge these days on language, and that's important to me, and how language lands, and yeah, we'll be developing.
What was the name of your workshop?
Learning a language out loud was
Okay.
the name of the workshop.
Yeah.
And
it was a pretty spectacular one.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And we matched it with AI as well. So learning a language AI out loud, and an AI workshop as well. So,
okay.
yeah, so that was it. And that's where we get started.
Okay.
Here, I got a question.
And
Oh, really?
Hi, I'm Carrie Court, and I've also been in here with the WorkshopForge and working with Gary for a number of years. And my workshop is called Crafting Irresistible Offers, helping small business owners grow and scale their business and get out of the time for money model. And the opportunity to practice here, I crammed way too much information into a 3-hour block, and it became a 2-day workshop. Which has proven to be really, really successful. So, yes, so I'm very glad to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. All right. And now, can you testify as to whether the magic words had anything to do with that?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. So this is one of the first times that people are going to experience the magic words publicly. We've had a small group. I think everybody here has. I don't know. You have. Yes, you have. Yes. Okay. So everybody here has, and we are waiting for a contingent that's coming in from Montreal. and they're not here yet, so we're trying to creatively stall and yet keep everybody entertained. So, let's talk about some of the challenges, and we'll set this up for later on for use with the magic words. What are some of the challenges that you find in business that you care to talk about? Because not everybody cares to talk about, you know, their challenges. But what are some of the challenges that you have? We'll make a list of things, and then when we get to the magic words, we will actually work on those challenges on behalf of everybody. Okay, does anybody, I actually have a thing that might help us photograph this later on. Okay, does anybody want to speak up?
Finding your ideal client.
Oh, okay.
Confidence in yourself.
So finding your ideal client.
Can you see? Yeah, okay. Yeah, what's that?
Confidence.
Thank you.
Yes.
You took me.
That's what I said.
She was with credit.
I gave you credit.
Yeah, she gave you credit. So,
How about finding your voice?
Yes, absolutely.
and I think that's the biggest thing I've learned here, finding your voice.
Okay.
Not mine.
You should put in brackets mine.
Finding your voice, finding my voice, whichever. Yeah, whether you're on the inside looking out or the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Believing that you do deserve success.
Okay.
So
Cool.
belief in yourself.
Yes.
And success.
Well, those are two different things. Believing in yourself and believing you deserve success.
Well, and getting to the place where you can realize that you have a belief that needs to be changed.
Yes. See, that is actually a very big one.
Yeah.
Is understanding that you know you may have filters and patterns internally that prevent you from getting what you want. So you sometimes you can see what you want, you know what you want, but for whatever reason you just can't seem to get there.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's a very good one. That is something the Magic Words is exceptional at.
Yeah.
And so we will shorten it to,
Another market, I think.
they're brand new.
Okay.
To understanding that there are patterns.
Maybe they're not so brand new.
Understanding some beliefs are wrong.
Not everything you hear is correct.
Yeah, because we don't know, right? Depending on how we're raised, we're conditioned to believe, oh, it has to be this way, and I can't do anything differently, and sometimes that's just not true.
Understanding some beliefs block us.
Yes, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're in the right place.
Yeah.
We will be dealing with all of this and more.
And discovering your client's voice, your like who your audience is.
Okay.
I feel like you have to discover yourself to discover who your clients are.
For sure.
Well, and when I said
Good
about
point.
finding ideal clients, the rest of that creates that opportunity, right? Because if once we can believe in ourselves and we can articulate what it is, like what does success look like, and recognize that we have blocks of beliefs, then we are able to articulate with confidence within ourselves what an ideal client is, as opposed to getting saddled with somebody that you're not happy with. It's because you don't know that you deserve anybody different.
Okay.
Which then leads you to crafting a great offer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And how about charging what you're worth?
Yes.
Our friend Luciano is not able to come, so he would like, he hasn't received the link to the.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So they're brand new markers, is that why they're?
Yep.
Okay.
These are all very excellent points. And I think I can honestly say that these are all things I've learned here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yep. Figure these out.
That first one, charging what you're worth, that's really good. But first of all, you need to realize yourself,
You're worth it.
your worth, and not be scared to charge.
We create the demand too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
If you
yeah,
ever create the demand, then it's hard to charge
yes,
what you're.
yeah.
Okay. Let's dig in on that one a little bit. So how do you create demand? Okay.
Like speaking up.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Like speaking up.
Yeah. By finding yourself to begin with, finding your voice, right? Having the confidence, right? And putting yourself out there and not giving a crap about what other people think. Right? So like I'm doing this, it doesn't matter how badly I screw up and how many times I screw, I'm just gonna pick myself up and keep going.
Because next time it'll be better.
Well, if I pay attention,
Yes.
right, it's lather, rinse, improve, repeat, because without the improve,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna
That makes
change.
sense.
Rinse. Improve.
And repeats.
Repeat. And I think we've done that. Yeah.
Did we have an ETA?
I'm sorry?
Did we have an ETA for Lynn? Did we have an ETA for Lynn?
No, she didn't say.
Okay.
Okay.
Because, yeah, this is really, anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
You guys are here, I'm trying to focus and
Yeah.
yeah.
redoing everything without messing the rest of the program. Okay, why don't we, let's do the way we're supposed to do this. We are gonna first of all kick off with the new chakra balancing, just to get everybody into the right frame of mind for this, because I said I would be doing this. And so I have a little bit of a story about this. Yeah, let's go ahead. They can catch up later. So, this is a little Tibetan bowl. Let's put it on camera there for a second. There we go. And it makes a sound like this. Now, okay then. You heard that before? So what we have here, we have some electronics, thank you, where I've replicated the sound of this bowl. And I started thinking, what else could I kind of do with this? Because a lot of people kind of like that sound. It puts you in a certain frame of mind right off the bat. And so I took it and I said, we could change it into a different note. In fact, we could change it into many different notes.
Feel that, Carrie? Isn't that amazing?
So those are 7 notes for the 7 chakras. So what I'm going to do now is do a little bit of magic word stuff based on those 7 notes. So while I play them next time, I am going to balance, energize, and tune your chakras for health, wealth, well-being, and happiness. Okay, so this is all the work I do is always by express permission. So I get you to say, I give you my permission, or I agree, or whatever works for you, and I get you to say it out loud so that you're not mentally confused as to whether you said it or not. So the out loud is kind of a commitment. Now, you can abstain, you can watch. It doesn't matter to me. This will only work on the people that do give their permission, because that's the way I'm going to key it.
You have my permission.
All right, perfect. Okay, so without further ado, let's do our first magic words chakra balance.
Right, I give you my permission.
There we go. That is done. Thank you. You're more than welcome. And that is the same bowl. We just play with it electronically. Okay. Any feedback on that exercise?
I felt it deeply in my body.
Hmm? Well, don't worry about that. That's the backup. Yeah, that's good. I'm the headless horseman. All right. So we're going to, let us move ahead with the next. Sorry, go ahead.
I felt a little bit of resistance for some reason.
Okay.
I'm not sure why.
Okay.
It was probably the first time that I felt that since we've done all of these things.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that I've done the chakra balancing with you before.
No.
Right? So this is an interesting story, because this is leading up to something big. Because I usually do the magic words, and I do them on a specific thing, and I usually have to work with somebody to get them to identify that thing. Right? So anybody that's worked with me knows that, we go through a little bit of a digging process.
Can you explain for anybody that's watching and maybe what the magic words are? Like what?
Well, I'm attempting to.
I'm sorry?
I'm attempting to.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Odd sound somewhere. Okay, so I'm attempting to, but I'm attempting to do it more by demonstration.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Yes, the magic words are a culmination of a lifetime's worth of work sorting out how energy work works.
Okay.
And now we have improved versions of this. So getting back to where I was, like I say, I'm used to working on specific things with specific people, and I can work on 10 different things with 10 different people simultaneously. That's not an issue, because I'm doing this using software techniques, which I won't get into, but it does allow me to work on multiple things simultaneously. When I met Lynn, the person we're waiting for and we'll be introducing today, she kept asking for the work on her chakras. And I kept going like, well, no, I do the magic words. And she was very insistent. And so it's like, okay, so whenever I hear something multiple times, it's kind of like the universe is trying to tell me something. So I said, well, what happens if we put the magic words together with the chakras? So I've always been able to do the chakra balancing, but there's now a new technique where we use the magic words directly on the chakras. And what you're going to witness today, I will do the magic words on individual things, and then that's kind of like we're pulling like a dandelion out one at a time, right? Which is where the name micro-shifting came from. Not because the shifts themselves are small, some of them are quite significant, but because there's literally like a field of them to work on with most people. What we can do now with the new chakra technique is we can actually work on literally like a field full of things simultaneously. And it is extremely powerful. We will be demonstrating that today. There's 3 of us that are going through the program, myself, Teresa, and Lynn. We will allow you to watch the process. We won't be inviting you in because you have to do a whole bunch of prep work first, right? You have to start like today we're working on our 3rd eye chakra. We have to start with the root chakra and work up through. So we're gearing up to put a whole new cohort of people through that program. So that's what we'll talk about when Lynn gets here. Okay.
So you were telling a story about the chakras.
Yes.
And then I mentioned that I felt some resistance today.
Yes.
And you were going to talk about that.
Okay. All right. Do you still feel resistance now?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Good. Because this one was actually, this is Mireille I'm pointing to, who's our cameraman today.
Yes.
Camera woman. Oh, thank you. Oh, snap. Thank you.
Yeah, it's true. I was going to say that. Like,
Yeah, okay, good. See, she's got a voice now. This is kind of cool. All right. Our camera woman. So I started to do an exercise with Mireille, and you remember we were sitting in a coffee shop,
yeah.
and you said, stop, right?
Yeah.
This doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
And the moment you said that, I knew I was onto something, right? So it's like, okay, so a lot of this work kind of triggered or sort of flowed out from there between you and then what Lynn was feeding me with the chakra side of things. Okay, so your resistance. This is something the Magic Words is really, really good at. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to focus on your resistance. So I'm going to get a little bit of something going here. So we're going to get you to breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you guys want to pick one of these, so Mireille has picked hers because she's got some resistance and that's what I'm going to work on. If you guys want to pick one of these for yourself and give me permission, I will work on each of you for your thing simultaneously. All right? Okay, so on behalf of all willing participants, I will now perform the Magic Word ceremony on the root causes of your currently identified and targeted challenge.
You got my permission.
Okay, done. Thank you. You're more than welcome.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, welcome. Our guest of honor is here. Okay. How are you feeling?
I think I just need a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it can be quite powerful. Okay. And I do not need to know what your challenge is or was. Right? So we can do this, you know, there's a lot of privacy involved, because a lot of people don't want to share everything, right? So I don't necessarily need to know. Does anybody want to share any feelings or anything?
These are chakra balancing.
You missed the chakra balancing. We will do another one for you though.
Wow, thank you.
Okay?
I just feel like zen, like super peaceful when I get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the music makes me feel like I'm on heaven, and that's how I thought you're doing the chakra balancing.
Well, I don't think you've heard the new one yet.
No, it uplifts the vibration.
How was the new one?
Oh, it was really powerful. It was really, really
For
powerful.
me, like I walk in heaven, like the vibration, I still feel it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the thing, and it just fills you. Like I had goosebumps all over my whole body.
What is this? Is that a new?
Yeah.
Is that just music?
I just keep improving. Lather, rinse, improve, repeat. Yep. Okay. So, let's get this party started.
Maybe we can introduce Lynn, I don't think
The-
Danny.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there'll be a segment where we will do that.
Okay.
Right? Right now, we will go back and we will redo the chakra balancing for the two guests that have joined us. Hi. And anybody else that's watching. And as I mentioned, if you guys want to film this, you are more than welcome to do so on your own. Yeah. So
Maybe did you send out the link, the live link, or did you send out?
I sent it to you, yes.
You sent it to me?
Yep.
I can send it to you.
So when you are standing there, there's a camera facing the board.
Yep.
But when you stand there, we can't see you, so.
Okay, I kind of do that on purpose.
Okay.
Yep.
So what view would you like me to put on when you're visually disappeared?
So when I'm doing the magic words themselves, you
No, I
put
know
the
that.
center, okay.
And what I mean is, so now you're here, and so
Yep.
when you step over there.
Yep.
And you're not touching the board and you're just
You can
talking.
show the equipment if you want, or,
But you're not playing with it, so I just wanna make
yeah,
sure
understood, okay.
that,
Yep.
okay, I just wanna make sure that.
Okay, I will try and stay in frame.
Okay.
Okay. So this part's usually reserved for the second part,
I see.
where we critique.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I just wanted
So
to make
I'm
sure.
actually trying to do a workshop,
I see,
yes. So
Gotcha.
get it done first.
wonderful.
All right, so, given that you like that breathing exercise, let's see if we can mix the two of them together. Okay, so what I want you to do is on this beat, breathe in. This beat, breathe out. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want you. No, we'll do the chakra balancing first, and then we'll get into the different stuff.
So Carolyn, you need to give him permission whenever he do work.
Okay. You have the opportunity to give me permission. So
Can I give the permission like in advance, like now, or the
Yes.
future? Yes, giving you permission. You have the permission for.
okay.
Okay, then.
All right. So. We missed the explanation of the goal. That's okay. You can watch it on the replay.
It was terrible until we finished.
Good. How was that for you?
Oh, great stretching. I had a long drive home, so good stretching and everything.
Okay. So what I did is I went through each chakra and just balanced them with each other, energized them, spun them up a little bit, and then tuned them, which is just a slight thing for health, well-being, and happiness, right? Which is the normal one that I do for you, but now we've got some toys to sort of amplify that whole thing. Okay, so we have a new version of the magic words that we want to bring out. And this one, do you feel like getting up and moving a little bit?
Yes, I want to move a little bit.
Oh, okay, all right. So the music hasn't even started yet. This is great. So we've actually got a spot down there a little bit if you want to feel free to move. What we're going to do to frame this, what we want to do is, again, pick on a challenge. I want you to pick on something that you think is in your way or is a challenge, and that you want me to do the magic words on, right? So I will perform the magic words on them, but we're going to get you to dance with those feelings first, right? Now this is optional. You can sit there and tap your toe. You can sit there and do nothing. All I need to do the magic word side is your permission to do that. We will start with some music and get you just to feel those feelings and see where they are in your body, right? So you guys ready?
Okay. I want you to enjoy all the feelings that you think stop you from being wherever you want to go. And then you dance with the feeling, and it's gonna start like on the feeling that stop you from being used or really wanting. For example, like your soulmate, not having or how many do you pick?
Pick one at a time. One at a time. We'll get to doing a whole bunch later on.
But how do I know to focus on one before I think it was?
Just focus on one at a time.
Yeah.
Focus on one. Just try one so you see how it feels. You can just sit and watch. You don't have to do anything. This is not mandatory. Magic words is always with permission. Okay, there we go. How are you guys feeling? Okay. So you ready for the magic? different, bad, different?
Just different.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Alright.
Just different.
It was good to sort of just let yourself go.
I can
By
actually,
yourself and you're just loosen up the energy.
actually feel where the restrictions are in my body,
Okay.
where the tension was, where I
Yeah.
was holding it in my body,
Mm-hmm.
and where I wanted to move, and it was like, oh, maybe not.
Okay. Well, anybody else have any feedback?
I like that it moved us out of just feeling it, because normally it's, you're not feeling up,
Yep.
and then you're in it, and it's like all consuming, but it's, I feel, it was, and I didn't know it at the time until now, but I feel that the other way was more in my head. And because I got up and I moved, I had to be conscious of my body, and that makes such a difference, because so many times when we get stressed out and triggered, we're in our head.
Yep.
You know, whether it's being lost in the trigger or trying to figure out and analyzing it or criticizing ourselves for being there in the first place, and by moving, that doesn't happen. So that, I think that's really significant.
Okay. Tammy?
I felt the activation around the crown chakra.
Okay.
Yeah, I just felt it flowing, and then I just felt the activation of the crown chakra.
Awesome.
For me, it's just my kundalini and love dancing. It's just dancing, and it's kind of free me because I want to be free in love. I want to be free in what I'm doing and talk in front of the public, become a power couple with my partner, become a power person with what I'm doing, instead of shy and scared of speaking in front of the public. Now I'm becoming power and able to talk in front of the public. So it just make me dance with that energy and release what no longer serves me. Kind of thing, yeah.
I'm still practicing.
Okay. We'll work on that. If you want to.
Yes.
Like I said before, I just felt by myself, just let myself loose.
Okay.
In other words, F'd everything and everybody, and just,
Awesome.
yeah.
Good. Good. And you're probably scratching your head wondering what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
However, I think that like actually gave me like a sense of understanding, but that's not what I'm surprised about, because usually what I'm most surprised is usually when a person yawns, I either like just yawn back one, but since then I've been yawning like 4 in a row, and like that does not happen. So it's like a consistent, like uncontrollable yawning.
Okay.
But that's odd for me. So that's the only highlight that I've heard.
Okay.
Pinpoint that was weird.
All right. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's been relevant, but
No,
that's the
I cannot do this without yawning.
No, yeah. Yawning's
So
release.
well, but it keep on.
Yeah.
That's my fifth, and that usually does not happen. It just like 1 by 1, and then we move on. And now this is my fifth, and I think that's more common. That's it.
So my friend experienced that too, and Teresa and Gary always yawn whenever they work with the energy because they have other releasing what no longer serve them, and sometimes it's undone as well.
But this is in a row.
Yeah, so you have a lot
Okay.
of releasing.
This is your first exposure, and this is a lot, right? So.
Making it come up a brand new person.
Like literally on the row of 6 right now.
So it's mean that your body, your energy is responding to it. So that's a great sign.
Okay. All right. Just a technical note. I need to tune this to the room. That's a little boomy, but the more I do this, the better I'll get at reading the room and getting the stuff right. I don't know how it's going to sound over there. I think most of the people on the live stream, it's either going to sound tinny depending on their speakers. You know, if you plug it into good speakers, it should sound reasonably good. But if you on a phone, it's probably going to sound really tinny. Yeah. So that's all. It's all good. It's all good.
it's my body who like doing all kind of stuff.
Okay. So one of the things that I want to do is, you know, we've done a couple magic words now, and you've picked on something, right? Have you crossed off the things you wanted to cross off on the board? Have we handled those, or is there still some more? Because another way we can do this is we can pick a topic as a group, and I can work on the entire group simultaneously. All right. There's many different ways to flavor this one. One of the ones that I mentioned on an earlier video today was the knowing what to do, and yet finding all these little creative distractions that keep you from getting it done. Right? Is anybody guilty of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, I was
So-
studying while you were I missed like a part of
Yeah.
the word.
So we're talking about knowing what you should be doing, right? So you have in business, well, sometimes in life in general, right? You know you've got to get something done, and yet you manage to really creatively distract yourself, right? So that you don't get the thing done that you want done. Does that resonate with you at all?
Are we talking about procrastination?
Yeah, a form of procrastination. Yeah.
Like, basically, like the drive. Like, I'm confused with the question. Do
Okay.
we have goals? Like, of course, I think everybody has goals.
Yes, okay. But sometimes when you have goals, like you said, you know what to do, and yet you find all these little creative distractions so that it doesn't get done.
I think it depends on importancy. Like,
Mhm.
say I want to get my car washed versus do I need to get to work? Well, work goes first. I'm
Okay,
gonna go directly to the car wash, and I
Okay.
go do a lot of things before I bring my car to the car wash.
Okay,
That would be
all right. Okay. Some of us have bigger challenges, some of us smaller challenges, yeah? Okay.
I mean, anybody can do everything.
So
True.
that thinking itself is a blockage.
I think it's very logical. You cannot in the
That's a
list of
mind, we
10.
stay in the mind.
No,
So when it,
10 of importancy, you pick the one that's important, at least that's checked out.
Yep.
Everything else.
It's a very
like,
logical way
you
of doing it,
know,
yes.
Do your nails, that's not important. You can put that tomorrow.
But have you ever found yourself where you've taken your checklist and you said, this is the most important thing, and yet, for some reason, it never gets done?
No.
Okay.
so you always getting
The
that?
top 3 has to be done, you know.
Okay. Then kudos to you.
And
May-
I
may-
still try,
may-
but you do it because,
Yep.
like, that's discipline towards yourself. But and then my list is like 15, and I do 3.
Okay. All right. I'll step down now. She can run the workshop. Cool. Okay. So for those of us, and for those watching online that I promised this to, so we will do the magic words. Now, do you guys want to do it with the dance, or do you want to do it sitting down this time? Your choice.
I like dancing.
I think I'm gonna try to fly this time.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm game to get up and
All right.
be different.
Cool.
Let's change the
All right.
car.
Let's get this party started. Now, I don't have. This is going to sound very similar.
Maybe we
Let's
should
beef
have
this
some-
up a little bit.
Some disco light.
Some disco light.
Some
Okay.
disco light.
I like the way that you think. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit heavier soundtrack.
And the focus here is on, sometimes being distracted from the priorities we need to be doing.
Yeah. So having something that you know you want to get done, and yet for some reason you get creatively distracted and you manage not to get it done.
She's ready.
I'm gonna follow your moves. Go, girl.
That is like 8 in a row. Now this time is
Okay.
You know, and Gary, I feel like I have to change my answer. Now I thought about it, and I have to change my answer.
Okay.
Yeah, but not out of unnecessary things for me, but I would put other people's needs that would disrupt my own priorities sometimes. Yeah.
Ah, okay, interesting.
Ways, but I shouldn't do that. So I just thought about it, and yes, sometimes my things get delayed, but because I put their stuff above what I should do for myself.
Yeah, okay, a little bit of people pleasing.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was that for everybody?
So I found that I find a lot of excuses not to, like I thought, like, you know, when I'm in my office with my employee, I just find excuse, well, you know, because I absorb people emotions a lot because that guy had, you know, kind of a dark energy with him, and the other guy is ungrounded, so I took it on and I get tired.
Yep.
And I couldn't deliver what I'm supposed to deliver, but what if it's just my mind trick that it tricked me into kind of a victim role to the people energy. So that is what I want to release. Yes, so that was my issue, yeah.
Okay.
It was, and it is no longer my issue now.
Well, that's what the magic words is really good at. Okay, so what you've witnessed so far is that we have dealt with one thing at a time. Okay, so in working with the magic words, I have developed a brand new technique. So if we imagine working one thing at a time as plucking like a dandelion, right? The next exercise is like pulling an entire field of dandelions out at once. Okay. Wow. Now, you guys are not going to experience. You're going to witness it. But you're not going to experience it because you have to be in the program to do this. And the program takes you through. We start with the root chakra and we work our way up. So there's 3 of us that are in the first cohort: myself, Teresa, and Lynn. And we're ready to work on the third eye today, right? And your third eye has been buzzing all the way up here.
Yes. It's been dancing since this morning, and then the week before as well. Yeah.
All right. So, go ahead.
Okay, well, maybe I'm jumping in right here.
Yes.
But may perhaps Lynn explain to tell us how she's been doing since you started the new program?
Sure. Yes, please.
Yes, please get up there and let them know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Lynn.
My group. Hi, my name is Lynn. You all know me anyway. So do I look at the camera there?
The camera's right there.
Oh, hi, I just found you. Hello. Yeah, so the first time that I work on my base chakra is about April, I believe. Is that April? Yeah, somewhere in April. So the base chakra is about how we're running the business, the ability to make money, manifest money. So when Gary worked on the base chakra, you know, I have people who owe me money from a long time ago. They call me back, oh, Lynn, I had money, I'm paying you back. I land a new contract, a new work contract with like another big firm. So it's like it's open up and I'm able to manifest contract into my business, so money coming in. And when we work with the sacral chakra, that is a warm up a woman, so that usually hold most of the trauma of a woman. For me, it's also a feminine energy. So when Gary worked on the sacral chakra, it allowed me to be in my feminine. So that is this whole, the intuition, the leadership, the subtle leadership of letting me to be in the feminine divine. And then when you work on my solar plexus, it's about the power. So now if I go to meet like even powerful people at my client, I'm not feeling small. I get my power back and I speak with my power. So I have no fear or, you know, of speaking my mind, what I'm really thinking about. And when Gary worked on the heart chakra, the next morning during my meditation, I felt so much love. You know, I feel like just like a lioness, visual of a lioness come within my field. It's like a chef met during the Egyptian time, you know, that she gave me so much love. And then on the throat chakra, we did it twice. The first time, I just like start singing, you know, with my throat, and like, ah, you know. And the second time somehow is stronger than the first time. And this time, you know, I go into, you know, my customer, a big bank or big corporation, and I didn't fear to speak my mind. And something that I see that, oh, it felt wrong, that I usually scared to speak up my mind, speak up my voice. This time I just lead the conversation, even though I'm the smallest person in the room, like I mean position, power-wise, I'm the smallest one in the room. But I lead the conversation with like VP, like director, like, you know, the people who hold the most power in the room. And today I'm so excited with the third eye. The third eye is the intuition, awareness, and yeah, and I have gift with clairvoyant, clairaudience, so it's going to be even more fun. Yeah, interdimensional travel, Atra travel, that's really cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
All right. So the first cohort of people that have are going through this is myself and Teresa and Lynn. Do you want to speak to anything on the program? That's okay. All right, that's good. Good. And now we are up to our third eye. So we will demonstrate this today, and like I say, I'm only going to key it so that it works on the three of us because of all the work that we've done before to reach this stage. But I want you to know that the program is there. Now this is going to be completely different. It's going to sound different. It's going to sound ominous and scary because we're doing a lot of work on what people would otherwise call the darkness, but it's not darkness. It's just, if it is dark, it's a judgment on your part, judging it as dark. So I describe that as being the difference between looking at a pothole and saying, well, that's a pothole, versus like, pothole, 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 right? So a pothole is just a pothole until you judge it otherwise. And the same with energies. It's just what the magic words is letting you dance with energy and realize that a lot of the things that you would otherwise judge are just parts of you that are just tuned to the wrong direction. And the magic words can flip them around so that those parts start working for you instead of against you, right? So okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll demonstrate this. And like I say, this is just a demonstration. If you give your permission, it's not going to work other than on the three of us. This program is only available, we're lighting up the next cohort, and the only way that you can get in is through Lynn. Lynn is the one that is arranging all of the cohorts to go through this program. And this may be part of another program that Lynn is also working on, which we will talk about in the second half of this workshop. All right, so without much further ado, we will do the full chakra release on the third eye, just for the three of us. And if you are intuitive at all, you want to watch in different dimensions, you're more than welcome to. I'm pretty much an open book for this kind of stuff, and you can see, you can see how this looks and feels, and whether or not you would be interested in it for yourself. Okay. Okay. Are we good? Yeah.
She's not part of it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. A part of it. Yep. Okay.
Dancing or are we?
No. We're going to do your third eye now.
But sit down?
You sit down. Yep. Yep. I haven't done this standing before, but that's not going to bother me. No, I don't need that. Thank you. Right. Okay. Okay, so the first part of this is for us participants, is, well, remember the research you did on Maslow and the chakras?
Yes.
So what are the I am statements for the third eye? Let's do that first.
starting with the root, so I am.
No, we just want the I am statements for the third I.
Oh, the third I.
Yep.
Number 6, so
Yep.
I see. Yeah.
I see, okay,
I see.
all right. So what would be the negative of that?
I don't see.
I can't see, right? So we're gonna start by focusing on the negative side of it in the first phase where the music feels ominous. And then in the middle phase, we will do the magic words. And then the third phase, that's when the resolution happens. And you can flip mentally, I can't see, into I can see. All right, make sense?
Yeah.
All right, can you kick me in here? Perfect. All right then. So here we go. This is the first time I've used it with these speakers. moved a lot.
Yeah. I had my third eye open like 6 years ago, but I still feel like the tension there. I still feel the pain there, like the opening. Wow.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be heavy, so I kind of want to put the foot here so that I feel grounded.
Okay.
And I just, the microphone on the table, and I was like, wait, let's wait. I'm sorry about that.
I kind of, like, it's like my body know what's going to happen, so it's still like grounded, and when I'm not ungrounded, so when I'm ungrounded, I have to eat to ground it. So
Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up.
Are you sure?
Yes, we can now, yes.
How was that for you, Teresa?
What's that?
How was that for you?
Okay.
Mine was very interesting. I had, at the beginning, there was a lot of fire and that, kind of crack that came out.
Yep.
And then I had a big conversation with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right.
So for me, it's like, you know, all the, like the hurt, the mind will always try to go against the hurt. So the hurt tell me to love this person, do the thing that I love, but the mind will say, no, be careful, they are scheming you, they're not. So the mind always do the opposite to stop me being who I am, and able to see through a person's intention, the situation, and to be in my hurt instead of let the mind drive the show. The mind's supposed to be our tool, but it try to take over, right, and be the control. So it's like see through the clarity, see through the truth. That is what I always wanted to see. You know, sometimes like we always doubt ourselves. Okay, is that good? That I'm going through the thing this way. So I saw a lot of darkness around that at the beginning, and I feel that at the end I just see like golden light, like light at the end of the tunnel, and it was like push all the darkness away, so I can see things for what it is instead of projecting things.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. So this is fun for me. It's fun for me. Like I said, we moved a lot of energy on that one.
What did you experience?
What did I experience? Well, I can feel everybody that I'm working on while I'm working on them. And I'm feeling it went from a sense of darkness, not being able to see, to a sense of being able to see more clearly. The resolution part was really powerful. Quite a lot of energy flowing at that point. So it's hard for me to describe that because I'm focused on everybody and just controlling the energy flow. So I'm not necessarily observing myself in the process, right? Even though I'm including myself in the process. Yeah. So what did it look like from the outside? I mean, you guys were sitting there watching this.
I felt heavy. There was a period of time where I felt like there was like a 10-kilo or
Okay.
down
Yeah.
on my head, my neck, and my shoulder. I could barely like lift up, and I was trying to hold my phone, but that went away.
Okay.
But for a period of time, I can totally feel like almost as the gravity, but logically it does not make sense. But that's how I felt at that period of time. Compared with the beginning, no, there was no like in a row yawning or whatever. But then after that it went away. But there was a period of time when it went like down. I would say like a good minute or two.
Wow. Okay. And that was at the beginning, right?
Like a third. But yes,
okay.
more the music at the beginning.
Yeah. Because the music is designed to be ominous, right? Is to pull up those feelings precisely because the magic words is all about working on the feelings that we're focused on. So once we lock into those feelings, I can then resolve them. So I want to talk a little bit about this whole concept. You touched on it a little bit there, Lynn. Unless everybody else has any other observations?
I've just felt the energy moving.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was really, really prominent.
Yeah.
And it filled the room.
Yeah.
Like it really did. It was like it was just swirling and swirling, and it just kind of like when you said about the darkness, it was like as the energy started to move, the darkness was, because for me, it was more like a shadow,
Mhm.
and kind of, and a little bit weighted, like dense.
Yep.
And then as the energy started to move and fill the room, it just got much lighter and almost effervescent,
Mhm.
which was really kind of cool to experience.
Awesome.
I just felt it was actually aching, like maybe yearning or something.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
but like wanting to see, and then actually, I know we're not participating, but there was still.
Well, I wasn't aiming it at you,
No,
but if you
there's-
picked up secondhand smoke, then hey,
There's
great.
secondhand smoke. I feel like I could actually see the things that I haven't been able to see. So
Awesome.
a lot of judgment, actually. So
Okay.
you know, doubt and judgment and those types of things. And then there was this clearing, almost like a opening, but a bowl, like with the path, you know.
Yep.
And then at the very end, there was I thought it was an eagle, but I think it's a hawk flying and just flying anyway, and it was crying.
Okay.
I don't know why it's so sad, but it was actually very sad. But that's what I noticed. But I think it was like, we're doing this anyway.
There you
I'm
go.
going, you know.
There you go.
So you
Cool.
said flying earlier, but I think flying. Interesting.
For me, it took me back to that it was the Escher exhibit that I saw in
Mhm.
Montreal, and all the videos with the fractals.
Yep.
And it's like I was just diving into them. It was like
Cool.
the whole time. I was
Yeah.
just fractals, just moving into them. It was kind of cool.
Awesome.
A lot of movement, a lot of different scenes.
Mhm.
It just goes to show there's so much more to life than
Oh, yeah.
we realize.
Yep.
There's so much more.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about internals and reframing them, right? So if you have a thing that you want to get done, right? And you don't have to tell me what it is. If you want to blurt out an example, please do, but you don't have to. You can focus on one of your own. Whatever you focus on, we're going to do the magic words on, so you can pull something that you're done with. But I want you to focus on something, and then I want you to feel or express in some way, shape, or form what your mind instantly reflects when you do this. All right? So the I'm not good enough, why me, we're not prepared, or I can't do this, right? Any of that stuff. So do you guys have something like, does somebody want to be a little bit of a guinea pig here?
I'll do it.
Okay, Liz. Okay. So what is your thing, if you want to share that, and then what is your mind bouncing back?
What thing that I want to work on?
Yeah, well, you pick a thing, right? And you say like I'm going to do this, or I want to do this. And what I want you to do is just whatever your mind bounces back, right? So that says, no, you can't do this. This is not for you, right? Pick something. Let us know what it is if you want. And then what is your mind bouncing back to you? Because we're going to reframe this, and when you see it in a different light, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, I cannot work from home. But I cannot build a Photoshop from home in my house.
Oh, okay, all right. And so so your initial statement is, I want to work, right? And then it's coming up with, I don't want to work from home, or I can't work from home.
No, it's like being a florist is like a lot of work, right?
Yes.
It's like you need plenty of space.
Yes.
And I feel like my house is
Not big enough.
Yeah.
Okay, now is that preventing you from being a florist?
No.
Okay, all right. But you feel like it's not big enough. Okay, fair enough. What else is your mind throwing up?
I'm not feeling up like I'm gonna need a lot of supplies and my house cannot fit everything.
Okay, and what else?
It's like I need space. My clients will not come to I won't have enough clients that's gonna come to my house.
Okay, and what else?
I have nothing.
Okay, all right. That's more of a technical problem.
Yeah.
But it's still valid for this exercise. So when you say to your mind, when you say to yourself, I'm going to go over there, okay, wherever there is. So in your case, it's a bigger business, right? So whenever you say, I'm going to go over there, the first thing the mind does is take inventory. And it reflects it back to you. The parts of the mind that do this do not use language. So they reflect back to you in feelings and emotions and so on, and says, hang on, I know you want to go over there, but what about this? Okay? So the what about this? I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not strong enough. I don't have enough space. Yada, yada, yada. All of the stuff that the mind is kicking up is just doing an inventory of your internals, of the internal work yet to be done. So when you realize that, this is, there's a cartoon that says, the beatings will continue until morale improves, right? And I want you to keep that in mind, because most people, when their mind comes up with something like, I'm not good enough, they start beating it up. And you're actually beating up a part of yourself that is serving you. And so the magic words has the ability to look at what this little thing is serving up and saying, well, here is the value of knowing this. Here's what this is worth. Here's what this is teaching you. So in your case, Liz, it could be that it's teaching you to work in a smaller space to be more efficient, right? There's lots of opportunity for learning. Doesn't mean it's going to stop your business, right? But if you learn those lessons and you get that fear of I don't have enough space out of the way, then you can work optimally with the resources that you have, which typically tends to then turn around and get you more resources. Making sense? Okay. So like I say, the magic words is really, really good at working with the things that come up when you do that. So now again, you don't have to share, you're more than welcome to, because it helps give us some color to the presentation here. But does anybody else have something, I want all of you to pick on one thing where your mind comes up and says something and you go like, right? That you feel like is in your way.
I feel like what you just said,
yeah.
I just feel like what you just said about the very next thing your brain does after you say, I am going to do this, or I want to do this, is that your brain takes inventory. And so I see that as judgment or criticism, like my brain is just being not very nice. But now that I know that this is what's happening, it's simply actually inventory in fact form.
Yes.
Not as a judgment form. And it's brainstorming at a rapid rate and not criticizing me.
That's the difference between, that's a pothole and potholes, right?
Right. And so I think that just there becomes extremely valuable, because I can then say things like, I am going to do this. And then the very next thing I can do is wait. Is just sit and wait and see what comes up. And see what lands, which is what I was talking about in my own workshop. Is all of the words, all of the things. And if it says what you're saying is that my space is too small, I don't have enough stuff, there's not enough room, then you look at all of those words and you look at the pattern of what it's telling you, which is like, oh, well, maybe I need somebody to help me declutter and or hack my home and or figure out ways to be really clever to create more functional space in my home and make it work. And so problem solving can only come after all of the brainstorm is complete. All of the data has been put in the middle of the table. And so now this becomes a wildly helpful exercise, because now I know my brain isn't actually judging me or criticizing me or being overstimulated.
It is serving you.
Yeah,
it is literally serving you. It's giving you the inventory of what you need to address, in order to get where you want to go.
Well, when we did the earlier exercise with I know it wasn't aiming at us, but that was the thing. It was always judgment, criticism, doubt, those things. And
Yes.
so when I say I want to do things, because I do have a lot of ideas all the time, then I hear, well, what about this and this and this and this, and yeah, but. And then instead of allowing that to land and hurt me, I could just say, okay, thanks for the information. And then you can write it down on one side, all the yeah buts, and then decide, all the solves on the other side, or maybe talk to somebody else or a group like this and say, hey, can you help me solve for this?
Yep.
So
Exactly.
I really like this.
Cool.
Very helpful.
Reframing.
We'll talk about your home.
Cool. Yeah. Well, one of the things that we like to say around here in Workshop Forge is success is a team sport.
Yes.
We're all here to help and support each other. So, and that I've seen many times over. So I feel kind of blessed for that.
Okay.
All right. Has everybody picked something?
Yeah.
So pick your thing and let your mind scream anything that it wants.
Wait, I just need to clarify this one thing.
Yes.
Am I picking, I am going to do this, or am I picking the thing that my mind does?
No. You pick the thing that you're going to do, right? So forward focused, right? I will now aim at whatever your mind is pulling up.
Okay.
Right?
The thing that I want to do next.
Yeah, well, all the stuff that you believe is in the way that may actually be helpful.
But what if it's something that you want, but it's out of your control?
You care to elaborate, or you don't have to?
I want my ex to pay me back the money that he owes me,
That might be out of your control.
right?
Okay.
And what action can I do more than waiting upon my lawyer's work? But after that, I don't.
Well, I would ask a slightly different question, right? What is it about me that attracted that in the first place?
Oh.
Right? Because if it's not addressed, chances are it will happen again, because the universe loves to repeat lessons until they're learned.
I do not value the worth of money.
Okay. Okay. All right. See? So that we can definitely work on. So that will prevent things in the future. We cannot manipulate other people. Now, interestingly enough, when you resolve the energy inside of you, as Lynn pointed out earlier, with one of her issues, all of a sudden some past money just showed up, right? So when you work on the issues inside of you that are resonating, that are holding that back, then who knows what's going to happen. No promises, right? But we can work on what's going forward to make sure that that lesson is actually learned.
It's not just the money. I think it's also my time. It's also my time that I give to people, the empathy that I put people before me.
Yep.
That needs to stop, but without losing a part of my thoughtfulness and my own individual. How do I do that?
Good question.
What am I supposed to think right now? Like, I want to be less empathetic?
No. Because that you're focused on what you don't want, which is kind of an important lesson, right? Focus on what you want. So give me
I want to be more selfish.
Perfect. That's fine. Yeah. Tell her about selfish.
Not wrong being selfish.
I was too selfless. Yeah, this is what I want to focus on. Okay. Manifesting.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, and if you reference that as selfishness, that's okay. It's just being aware of and making sure that your needs are met. Yeah. Okay. So when you say that, what comes up? What does your mind bring to your attention?
What I can do, or what am I thinking, or what am I?
When you say I'm going to be selfish, I'm going to take care of myself, what instantly comes up?
I think that I need to be more awareness and
Okay.
Awareness, and everybody would have a sob story. What was
Yep.
their sob story before myself and my kid or my close friends?
Yep.
I think that I was young and now I'm an adult, so
Yep.
everybody has their own family, and I think I just have to maintain magic a little bit.
Okay. All right. So your mind is giving you an inventory of things to work on.
Yeah,
Yep.
cut their sob story before we finish it.
There you go. Okay.
I want to listen to the whole thing, just
All right.
part of it.
So I'm going to do the magic words for the table and everybody that is online. What I want you to do is focus on something that you want, and just listen to what the mind is doing in the background. Okay. So you're going to remain seated this time. Okay. And we're just going to have you do the breathing.
You have my permission.
Okay. So like I say, pick something, not something that you don't want. Picture something that you want. Let's face forward and picture that. And I will now perform the magic word ceremony on the root causes of the feelings that are being reflected while you focus on that. Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
Was I breathing? I was thinking of like 3, 4 things instead of one.
You do you.
Because you said one,
It's all
and then
good.
my mind couldn't help it, so I was thinking of like 3, 4 things.
Yeah. Well, we can go deeper down that rabbit hole. We're not going to do that right now. But yeah, there's reasons for that. Yeah, all good, all good. Okay. How are you guys feeling?
I'm not back yet.
Okay.
Give me a couple minutes to be back.
It might need a break.
Yeah. I think we're coming up to a pause.
Absolutely, I didn't do things.
I'd love to hear them.
So we are going to close this session out with a final chakra balancing. And whenever we're waiting for Lynn here, does anybody have anything they want to express about that last exercise?
I think it's
She's flying.
I feel lighter, and there's so many parts. I find that it's fascinating.
Mhm.
I'm a curious. I feel a lot of things.
Yep.
In the first one, yawn nonstop. The second time, it's like not a break. I'm talking about a whole ton of things.
Yep.
And this time around, did not yawn. The sound was the same. You yawned. I didn't yawn. I was thinking, I just felt lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And
Very good.
everything is better. Not that I breathe more. It's just I'm
You
more awake. I'm more. I feel uplifted there. That's
Thank you. Yep. And this is not just a temporary thing. You will start noticing yourself doing things differently moving forward, right? Because you're now more in tune with who you are and where you want to go, as opposed to listening to some of the stories that you've otherwise judged and assumed are in your way. Yep. Are you back with us?
My body is on earth.
Okay.
My soul is still in another dimension. So I
Cool.
always do my daily meditation in the morning, and I always visualize what do I want my life to be, like the freedom, travel all over the world, living in luxury while being in service for the universe. So I am a portal of love, and women are my sibling, right? And if I meet anybody, I would try and meet that portal of love to them, and it's like a wave all over the world, and we all vibrate at love. And that if I want to be a diver at the ocean in the Cayman Island, and the next day snowboard at the Whistler Mountain, you know, or be in a different area with my beautiful family. So that is what I'm already doing every day, but doing it this time, it's like I am in it, I am holding this vibration, and it's so high. And yeah, like the ocean, the travel through interdimensional back to another water planet where I used to go when I'm at travel, and it's just that vibrational is just so high, and it's hard for me to go back to Earth. It's doing it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Anybody else? Okay.
I think it's interesting that we can focus on what we want and hold that thought, and then you can work on the things that are underneath without us going there, staying here.
Yep.
So that's new.
Okay.
That is new.
Well, there's many different techniques I can use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed that's
Cool. Okay. All right. So we're going to close this out now, so we can end the stream. We will go back and we will finish off with another chakra balancing, just to calm down all of the work that we've done. If that's okay with everybody? Okay. We're good? Okay.
Nicely timed. Sorry.
Okay, all good. All good. All right. So with your permission, I will go through, I will balance your chakras, energize them, and tune for health, wealth, well-being, and happiness.
Yeah, my permission.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. All right, so we will now close out the stream, and we will take a pause here, and we will come back, and then we can critique this as a workshop, because that's what WorkshopForge does, and then we can see where we can take this. And we also want to talk to Lynn about her programs and what she's doing, combined with the magic words, which I think is going to be a very powerful combination. We'll talk about that after the pause. Okay?
Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause.